What's up guys, it's Aaron here with Superfly again. Today we have the B58 BMW here with us. I finally got her back after about almost a whole month of not having her, but it's okay because as you guys can see, the door panels are fixed and it looks brand new again. So today what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be installing the VRSF charge pipe. So essentially what we're going to be doing is taking out this pipe right here and replacing it with this one that I haven't even unpackaged, but I will shortly. You know, they don't really recommend that you change them. BMW did really good with these ones and they're pretty sturdy, so you don't have to change them unless you're trying to make, you know, potentially over 500 wheel, and eventually that is what we're going for. And then not just that, that'll improve some throttle response, let you not have so much lag. Definitely some benefits there. But as far as that goes, we'll get started right now. And then not just that, we are going to be taking out this and going back to the stock airbox. It does give me a little bit more lag, and I do feel like I'm not peaking on boost as much as I used to be. And I don't really feel like the whooshing sounds compensate for that. So we are going to be taking this out, and because of getting this, well, we really only got this to be able to install the oil catch can, and so we are going to have to mess with this a bit and see how we can still fit this on a stock airbox. So yeah, without further ado, we'll get started. Okay guys, so we have our little light fixture ready. And then first and foremost, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off the intake and move this to give us more play. There are bolts that lead from the charge pipe that go down here, which will be easier to access if we do take that off. I am at work, so I will have to be bouncing back and forth, but we'll try to get this video done and get this installed today. So first and foremost, you're gonna wanna take your T40 and take off the bolts that are holding the oil catch can and intake. Okay guys, so what we just did is we took out those two right there, and that'll allow us to, well, first of all, get some wiggle room, and then this one we can just, I'll probably just take it off completely and move it to the side. And then this will take off completely. We're going to take off these bands, pull it out completely, and then we're going to pull out this box right here. So we just took off the oil catch can, and then we just moved the lines and the catch can over there, just kind of out of the way for now. Next we'll be taking off this right here. Took off the intake, put it there, the intake filter, and took off the MAF, and I actually popped out the clip on it, so we'll just put that back together. So I just put back the MAF. I just had popped out this little clip, nothing crazy. So next what we're going to do is take out this box. I've already loosened it just because it is very difficult. There's really no secret to it besides wiggling and pulling it. It is a little, you know, you do have to mess with it a little bit, but eventually it'll pop out. As you can see, it's mostly out. You just gotta keep messing with it and then it'll come out. The first time you take it out, it is gonna be a little rough. You are gonna have to mess with it quite a bit, wiggle it in all directions, kind of find the angle that it wants to go, but eventually it'll just come right out. Now that we have this box out of the way, it does give us all this space right here, and if you can see right here, the charge pipe comes down here and it leads right there. It's kind of hard to show, but we'll be digging in there trying to get it out. With this video is there's not that many people that have it. Actually, not that many people have done a charge pipe on a B58. Off the top of my head, I think the only person that I know and that has put a video out there for it is No Clutch Garage, and so it'll be good to show a little DIY on us doing it ourselves. So I ended up just putting it onto the lift just because I wasn't able to see the bottom part of the charge pipe. So we're just gonna take this off real quick and hope to get better access from down here. So we got it off. It's a whole bunch of little 8s. Right now we're gonna lower it to see exactly where we're going and not just going blind. And then as you can see here, we have Junior's N55 getting a new turbo right there. Boom. And they're just messing around right there. But yeah guys, so let's check it out real quick.
Alright, looks like a Supra. Oh, you're filming.
Alright, so
see right there, guys?
So it's right there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me try to get an angle on this. Right there. We just need to remove that clip. Well, maybe if I can get a good angle on the light. Maybe. Oh, this would be better. Yeah, right there. That's what we're going after. Okay. And then we just gotta remove that. We're gonna do some hard thinking right now. See how we can best take it out. Joseph here is gonna help us.
Alright guys, so what we're doing? I don't know what I'm doing.
Just moving that clip. Yeah, you did it? So you just gotta slide it to the right. Just gotta kind of get in there with flathead and move. So as you can see there, we slid it off. And that should be loose now. I think there's another clip higher up here. So we're gonna dig in there and then I'll let you guys know.
Jalaste poquito hacia arriba, güey, nomás para que me ayudes. Un poquito, Espera. Que estoy ocupando. Falta más bien.
So we just pried it down and then we were able to pull it up. As you can see, it loosens that right there. And then that'll allow us to take this off right here. Check out this little like heat shield. It's just like you just clip them on and off. Take that off. Take off that clip right there. And then there's a second one right there. Now that that's out, it gives you even more wiggle room. And take it off from down there. It connects the intake hose. And there's another little, I don't even know how to call it. It's like a, sort of like a brace, and it clicks back and forth, and that's what's holding it in. So you just want to scoot that back a bit. I'll get in there as soon as he takes it out. So if you can see right there, that metal thing right here, you just kind of pry it off and it'll bounce out at you, and then that'll loosen everything so we can pull it all out. See how it's moving? Just want to get in there. Maybe. Just took the whole ring off, and now that should allow us to be able to pull it out. Yeah, it just should come right out. And oh, looks like there's one more sensor, so we'll just turn around. And se te cayó, creo. Se cayó? His little pick fell. Looks like the sensor ¿Cuál es? Oh, I see it, ¿no? No, ese no es. Es aquí, sí. Oh, it's not a sensor, it's just grabbing on. So then we'll be able to pull all this out of the way, give us room. And that's the charge pipe there, which that's the band we were talking about. Again, it's like a metal band. You just kind of have to pry it off, kind of mess with it a bit. If you just take off the intake from the beginning, you don't even really need to put your car on a lift. But again, this is one of the few videos out there for ¿Dónde?
Downpipe, a ver si. Oh, es que este es el problema, se devuelve. Ajá. Vamos a return. Again. Okay. Stop.
No. So it's kind of hard to show this while the charge pipe is down there, but what you have to do is you have to manage to pick this out, and then you have to get this to go back so you can get out of this little groove right there. If you don't get it out of that groove, you're never gonna be able to get it out. We were there for like 10 minutes trying to be able to get it out of this groove because we were just pulling it out of here and we weren't doing anything. So.
But if you would just go with the plan A and get a sawzall, like I said,
It's different. Alright guys, so we're just gonna start swapping everything over. First things first, this sensor, just screw it off and on. Make sure you don't cross-thread it like I think I just did.
okay, so what you're gonna like wanna kinda do is thread that in right there. You see what I'm doing? That's the way Miguel sounds like whenever he's illustrating something.
And then we need a small torch to get us some torques. And then the neat thing about this aftermarket one is you don't have all this bullshit to deal with. It's a little bit easier.
I know.
You still have to follow the groove, but it's a lot simpler than it was in the stock one.
Hold up, bro.
Then-
Let me get some 6 shots on it.
And then you want to take this Torx, I believe it's a what, like 15? Super tiny.
T15. Wait.
Well,
No, never mind.
I could be wrong if it's a 15, correct me if I am, but
No, but like, the bigger the number goes, isn't that the smaller it is?
15. 15 Janice.
just want to make sure it's all the way in there. Put this back on. So the nice thing about this VRSF charge pipe is it's ready for meth injection if that's what you're going for, or CPI charge pipe injection.
No way.
You're ready to go. So for this isn't catching bread. And this needs to go down more.
Look guys, he's still stock turbo.
No, pero ¿cuál tornillo dices? ¿El que yo traigo?
Sí.
No, yo creo que ocupa nada más empujarlo más para abajo.
Todo, güey.
Porque el tornillo que yo traigo no tiene sentido porque trae tuerca. Cut it off. Okay, so the Torx wasn't long enough, and we looked in the box and it comes with this screw right here. It's going to be an Allen. Let them Harbor Freight tools, they're solid. And that actually reaches the bottom. Now we're left to figure out where this bolt and washer goes. So we'll figure that out right now. And then as you can see right here, make sure that that goes all the way down. It's not all the way down yet. So probably just get some pliers and get that down.
Imagine if I had camera skills.
Okay, so we got them all nice and tight. On this one we put just a tiny bit of WD-40 to not strip it or push it too hard or break the sensor. And then it went in real smooth. Now all that's left is putting this together right here. And then, well, putting back the whole assembly on there. So yeah, just stay tuned for a second as we get it together. So we just got the other one, kind of try to match the shape. We're not clamping it down yet, just so if we have to wiggle a little bit, we'll have more wiggle room. First of all, you're going to want to put it down here and make sure it goes in all the way.
You You don't think actually clap it down before, because it's actually going to be kind of a pain trying to clamp it down while it's like that?
No.
Or have you ever worked on the car?
Sí. No, sácalo. Stop. Ya la cagó este güey. Es que este ya estaba, güey, para que...
So we were realizing that we forgot to take out this little like gasket that's inside, and so just remember to pull it out of your stock one and put it into the VRSF. Same with this one right here. There's one that goes into here. It's a green one. That one also come whenever you pull out the stock one, it'll come with it. So just make sure you pull it out of the stock one and put it into this groove right here. This is how. Wait. This is how it should look after you put that little gasket in the groove, and now it should be ready. After that, you're gonna just want to put the band on real quick, and then don't tighten anything yet, just so you can get the form. After you see that it's gonna fit nicely right there, then we can tighten these down, and then we'll go back and tighten these right here. So right now we just put both of them. We just put them in hand tight, just so this won't move. We tightened one of them. It's a 10. Right now he's moving in the other one to get that one tightened on there. Okay, so it's all in. We just gotta tighten these right here, and go from there. So right now I'm tightening these, and then he's gonna put it back in the intake. So just put in this wire bracket, and then it should just go right in.
Wire bracket?
Metal bracket. Got these nice and tight. He put in the bracket down there. He just forgot to put in this little heat shield bracelet. And then don't forget to plug this back in, all these sensors that go down there to the intake. Really easy, should just clip right in right there, like when we took it out. Now this goes right here around there. Really simple. And then meanwhile, we'll put in these ones back in. We'll put these ones back in. When you put them in, just make sure you push down this little bracket, like
Bracket? Why did you say
I don't know, there's little clips. Those two. And that should be it for those. As he's putting on that stylish bracelet right there, the heat shield bracelet. Bro.
Be careful with your bracket, bro.
That's a heat shield bracket right there.
It should just clip in like the metal bracket.
Okay guys, so all we did is just put in the box back in, and like I said, we're gonna put this in. Right now we're gonna try and figure out how to fit the catch can, wherever it went, catch can, and still keep this right here. So we'll see what we can figure out. All right guys, so we put this back on, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. And then what we ended up doing, I didn't record because we were just kind of going as we went, and it kind of took us a little bit to actually figure out how we wanted to do it. So I didn't really have a second to pull out the camera and record. But we actually just did it right here to the strut. It fit perfectly. It was still able to tighten down. And then all we did was shifted this, made it a little bit more angled. That way I could still put the engine cover on. And then this right here, and just kind of cut it as we went. It was really, really easy. I really wish I would have recorded it. But as you guys knew before, it went up and around, and it came right here. So all we did, like I said, transfer the bolt right here, hold the catch can, and then this actually has 4 bolts right here, and you can kind of change the position of it. So we just kind of went at a diagonal position, like I said, to give us more room. Before we had it straight, but it would bump with the engine cover, and that's something I really want to keep on there.
And support the channel so we could do more parts to this car, so we could gap Audi owners.
And so yeah, we shifted the angle, that way we can fit these hoses. There's not enough pressure to really pop these out of here, and then we kind of just made them fit as nice as we could. We might still mess with it, but honestly right now I like how it looks. It doesn't look out of whack too much. It still looks pretty stock. Everything looks good.
No performance mods done, just show.
Oh yeah, and then we obviously still need to put this back in. These two right here, we tightened them down because we're not gonna have anything to use. And
$50 if you guys want some BMS hoses.
Start it up real quick. Start it up just nicely. We'll let it warm up, make sure we don't see any leaks or hear any vacuum leaks or anything like that. Huh? What's up? Yeah, I probably will. Oh. It's not warm at all. So it sounds good. He's barely tapping the gas and you can already hear the power. We just put on the under tray. It's going back down. Joseph is up there fucking around like always. That's all he knows how to do, huh, Joseph? That's all you know how to do? Let's hear it. That was loud. All right, don't hurt it.
Let off. Let off.
All right, guys. So we just test over right now on our way home. And honestly, I personally think it hits. What do you think?
You're a piece of shit, bro.
But it was good. Overall, it was a pretty simple install. There's a lot of tedious stuff that I wish I would have known. But like I said, this is like one of the first videos out there for a charge pipe on a B58. So hopefully you guys can avoid a lot of the little things that held us up and maybe cut the time. I would say overall it took us like 2 hours, maybe a little bit more. But that's including the time we spent trying to figure out what to do with the oil catch can. So I think that'll be it. If you guys have any questions or concerns about the installation or anything else, feel free to drop them below. Like our channel, subscribe.
But if you have any mechanic background, it should be an easy install. It's just that this kid, then again, he thought tuning an air intake was also like tedious.
This guy has a Diablo Sport tuner and he thinks he's fast.
Dang.
Anyways, stay tuned guys and we'll see you next time.
Dang.